Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to be talking about PCs today. Who would have thought on a PC gamer channel? I know, it's crazy, right? So today I got a ad on one of my YouTube videos. I know, ads on YouTube, that's crazy. I mean, I only get like one a day, right? Yeah, so I got these, this ad talking about a company called LYTE Gaming PCs. I'm pointing to it with my mouse, right? So LYTE Gaming PCs is a company that's, you know, selling PC gaming made affordable. I mean, that's a hell of a tagline. I mean, I don't think I could have thought of that. But as much as I like ripping into these guys, I think their goal is noble. Wanting to introduce as many console peasants to the PC master race for gaming at the lowest price possible, I think is a very noble act indeed. But a lot of times in practice we fall short of our goals. And so today we'll be looking at some of their systems and seeing what we can see between this and building your own system, which is always the better option. And I f***ing forgot to add something. God. I'll add that in later. I'll freaking edit it in video stuff, right? So we're gonna be comparing these guys to, you know, building a PC and then cyber power, right? You know, it's gonna be a great video, and I hope you guys enjoy as we get into it. Alright, I'm back. I just had to finish something that I always mess up in one of my videos. This is like the third time recording this thing, so, you know, this one's going to be the last one, no matter what. So, this company is just trying to go for the mantra that people shouldn't have to pay a whole lot of money just to be able to play, you know, their esports games and stuff like that, which is what they're showing. They're showing esports games. They're not showing, you know, like, insane, like, Tomb Raider stuff, or freaking, I don't know, what's a crazy cool game out right now that takes a lot of resources. I don't know, Crisis, right? Crisis is still a thing. But they're not talking about that. They're talking about the low end stuff, right? So most of their stuff is around the $500 to $700 range, right? Except that one, I don't know what the hell that one is. But you know, it's around this range, and then you get the really budget crap, you know, the stuff they find in a locker behind the store, you know, they got that stuff. But I definitely think that these computers are worth something to some people, right? And I looked at one of the computers, right? This is with modern hardware, stuff that I know what I'm talking about. I mean, when we're talking about an i5 3470, I mean, I wasn't even talking about computers back when this thing came out. I mean, I'm not even sure if I knew what a computer was back then, if that gives you a reference. But I know what this thing is. I know what a Ryzen 3 1200 is. So we're gonna be talking about this. Nah, guys, I know what this is. I'm not retarded. I just had to look it up. Haha. But I know what a Ryzen 3 1200 is, right? And this is one of the only companies that actually give a spec list, right? And it's kind of hard to do a spec list with these older PCs, just because the prices usually aren't that correct when you're going on PC Part Picker getting these older models of parts and stuff. It's kind of weird, so I usually like to get one of their models with newer equipment in it. And you know, this is actually pretty close to market rate prices for right now for users. 1200 is $65. They're saying it's $69. Ha ha ha. I mean, I see what they're doing right here. I mean, that'd get me to buy the PC right now. I mean, they should just change the total to 69,666, or yeah, that'd be a funny one. Dude, I don't know what the it's like 12 o'clock right now, and I'm done with this video. So 8 gigs of DDR4, right? We got 2666 is what I assume, right? Because 2666 is like what every OEM uses. Like that's what Apple uses. It's what freaking Dell uses, right? So I'm assuming it's 2666. But Ryzen's pretty dependent on the speed of its memory, right? So, and when I was building this, I was like 3200. You know, because 3200 is really what most Ryzen CPUs should operate at a minimum, right? I got mine at 3400 and I'm still using a first gen Ryzen, dude, I can't talk. Ryzen CPU because I'm poor, right? So I can only afford a first gen Ryzen CPU. And you know, it's running at 3400 megahertz. So it's getting that much performance for, you know, that price. With this, you're not going to get the best performance out of a 2666 stick of 8 gigs RAM. Now, all other parts are pretty standard. RX 570, 500 watt PSU, 120 gig SSD. The motherboard's the A320. You know, you got all the RGB, but you got the Windows 10 Pro, which I don't understand why they put this in the spec sheet. It only makes me more mad because they also add a build fee, and the Windows 10 Pro doesn't really cost anything even for us to get. I mean, you can go on eBay and buy a Windows 10 Pro activation key. So basically the build fee, which is $100, which isn't that bad, is actually $175 because this doesn't cost them anything. Or at least it shouldn't, because at least if they were buying it from eBay, it only cost them $5. So whatever you're talking about, right? The price of this is $553, and if you want to add a build fee of $100, all right, we throw that in, $553, right? We're still about 100, or we're like $50 under, right? Or well, that's not even the rate. Oh, dude, I can't even keep track of my tabs. Yeah, so no, we're $200, or yeah, we're about $100 under, right? Because it's 450, 550. Yeah, I can't do math. All right, so we've got $100 under. But one of the PCs I would really recommend is not this one because it's old and you can't really upgrade it, and I think upgradability is a huge value proposition whenever you're talking about a gaming PC. And that's where we're going to this one. It has a Pentium G4560. And the reason why I think this is the best value proposition on the site is because it has a B250 board, which can at least have the 7th gen. I'm not sure. I mean, I think you can have 8th gen processors. Don't quote me on that. I'll throw in something in editing, but I think you have to get a BIOS update for 8th gen, and 8th gen is really where I think it's at when you're talking about Intel CPUs. The B250 chipset in this should be able to handle at least better CPUs. Now this isn't the best CPU. It's a dual core 4-thread, but what I think really sells these two PCs in particular is the GTX 1060 3 gigs. 3 gigs is not the best thing in the world. I mean, it's actually a cut down version of the 1060 6 gigabyte. Not even like, you're not just cutting down the VRAM, and they actually cut down the die itself, so you're not going to have the best performance, but you're going to have more than adequate performance to play basically any game at 1080p. You're going to get at least above 60 FPS on medium settings. I mean, again, with only 3 gigs of VRAM, you're not going to have the best time trying to get high quality shaders in. But again, I think this is by far the best value proposition when you're talking about being able to upgrade in the future and being able just to play your games like you want to. But where I think a lot of people are going to be looking at is like, why should I buy from this website, right? That, you know, sells PCs, and I don't really know much about them. Their customer support may be terrible, and likely most PC places aren't that good at customer support. So this one's probably not going to be that great, even though they have this like little test bar. And Chuck Jones said hello. I mean, hi Chuck Jones. Oh wait, he's not here. Okay, never mind. Screw you, Chuck Jones. But when we're looking at CyberPower PCs, right? We see abysmal pricing, and then we get to this one. Like, this one is what you would look for in a PC. Ryzen 5 1600. So you're actually gonna be able to stream. They say that you're able to stream off of a 4-core 3rd series Core i5. You're not gonna be able to stream at least decently off this. I mean, you can probably stream like Minecraft at like 720p. And then the stream outputs at 720p, like maybe. Like, that's a very, very low chance of being able to stream well. This one is actually able to stream. you've got an RX 580. Now you only have 8 gigs of RAM, but again, I'd rather have low amounts of RAM than having to pay more for it, because you can just buy RAM offline and just throw it in yourself. Even A320, which doesn't really matter, just means you can't overclock, which again, if you're buying a pre-built PC, most of the time you're not going to overclock. So, should you buy from these guys? I mean, I don't know. I don't think they've been on the market for long enough to kind of get their teeth into it, at least. I don't think they have a market yet. I think if they keep on buying this retro stuff, if they can get this stuff and take down that price, like, I think a lot of people would be fine with having a Core i5, 3470 with 8 gigs of DDR3. If this thing was down to $500, like if this was at $500, there would be almost nothing competing with it. Take this. You don't need a 600 watt PSU. Make it a 450. Definitely take out the Windows 10 Pro freaking activation, because nobody really cares about that number right there. Take out the 500 gigabyte hard drive, or I mean, to be honest, to save money, I think the best route for a lot of companies is to keep a 500 gigabyte hard drive and then just throw in an Intel Optane SSD. It just makes basically the experience using a hard drive much better, and instead of having to use a very, very low capacity SSD and then go from using very, very fast SSD for a few programs to having to use a very, very slow hard drive for a lot of your programs, just doesn't really appeal to a whole lot of people. So, LYTE Gaming PCs, send me a PC. I will review it for you, even though I have like 2 subscribers. And if anybody's watching this, subscribe, leave a like. I don't care. Roast me in the comments section about how much you dislike this video, or if you liked it, I don't care. Hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one. I mean, God, I don't even know if YouTube even knows that I make videos anymore. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah.